Hi, my name's Wayne Hutt. I'm part of the grassroots team, which is the youth development arm of RS Components. One of the things that we provide for students around the globe is what we call SuperSkills. I'm just going to take you through an example of one of those SuperSkills that we run for universities and people like yourselves, hopefully. The first one is goal setting. Goal setting is really, really important, and one of the things that we explore in this session, which is a 90-minute session, is why it's important. And we'll look to see the types of goals that people have during their career and also whilst they're at university as well. It will be a hands-on session. All of our sessions are what we describe as workshop, which means it won't be death by PowerPoint. We won't be preaching to you. It's very much about you getting involved. And one of the things that we'll ask you to do on this workshop is to set goals for yourself. It's a really powerful workshop, and I think you'll get a lot from it. Now, there are other workshops that we run, including communication skills. We'll look at questioning and listening, how important those are in terms of communicating. It's not just about talking. The other key part of communication is understanding yourself, being self-aware, and also empathy, looking at or being in the shoes of other people. And one of the fun aspects of this particular course is non-verbal communication, body language. Everybody loves to talk about body language. We'll take you through some myths and truths around body language. Again, this would be a 90-minute session. We also do a workshop on personal branding, how important it is for you to have your personal brand and making sure that you develop it. And once you're developing it or you've developed it, how do you actually protect it? We'll also look at the power of social media and how this can be a positive for your brand, but also some potential pitfalls that you may encounter. We do a lot of mentoring work with universities and especially engineering societies, and in particular we've got 2 female engineering societies that we're working with at the moment to develop their mentoring leadership team. So we look at what mentoring is and what it isn't, the role of what a mentor does, what is their purpose, and also the role that a mentee plays in that. By and large, we look to see how mentoring can play an important role in your development, either side of the coin, whether you're a mentor or whether you're a mentee. Again, this would be a 90-minute session. One of my favorite sessions to run is something that we call emotional intelligence workshop. We know that a lot of students have high intellect or high IQ, as we say. A lot of future employers are looking for this side of the coin, which is the emotional intelligence side. Emotional intelligence is made up of 5 factors, or 5 components, as I like to call them: self-awareness, motivation, empathy, self-regulation, and social skills. So what does all that mean? Attend the session. It's 90 minutes. There'll be an opportunity for you to explore all of this in detail. And we'll run a fun quiz as well, so you will actually know at the end of it where your skills are in this this particular area, but also where your development areas are. Storytelling, we've had a lot of fun with this. It's not just about making a great presentation. People buy stories, and so we encourage people to tell their own story whilst using that presentation that they're delivering. But just so that it doesn't stay as a technical presentation, we'll be going into the real power and impact that you can have by ramping your presentation up in including a story. So we'll look at the structure. We'll look at how do you actually open your story or your presentation with maximum impact. And then we'll do some practical stuff around handling nerves and managing your audience. How do you deal with questions, etc. Assertiveness. This is this is a workshop that we're actually running in April, and I'll provide you with details at the end here. So what is assertiveness? Have you ever wanted to get the things that you've always wanted to? Perhaps you're more on the passive side or on the aggressive side, perhaps. So why is assertiveness important? And we'll explain or delve into the reasons why it's important for you, your health and well-being, and your relationships. Conflict management is another session that we run. First of all, we'll have a look at what is conflict and what happens to us, what happens to our body, what happens to our minds when we go into conflict. And when we talk about conflict, we don't just mean disagreement. We mean what is conflict and what is actually happening. And again, two components there of emotional intelligence, which we encounter on this particular workshop: self-awareness versus empathy. Time management. This is another very practical, hands-on workshop. 4 types. Which one are you? Are you a juggler? Do you tend to take on a lot of information or a lot of tasks and then run out of time? Are you one of these people that puts things off? Do you procrastinate? Do you have a lot of people stealing your time? Perhaps you venture onto the people pleaser side. Or are you a perfectionist, which takes up a lot of your time, when in fact you're a perfectionist on things that perhaps doesn't need 100% of your time on it? Again, this is a very interactive workshop, and there will be opportunities for you to discover and look at the other types of components that we have. Problem-based learning, a very practical workshop where we actually put together real life situations that students are facing, and we have a discussion. This will help you in your communication skills, but also develop those practical skills, because these are you will get information from here that you can apply directly immediately after this session. And these are typical challenges that students face at university, as we found. We also have an insight into management and leadership. This is a great workshop for people. The term management and leadership has been thrown around for years. Well, what's the difference? What does it mean? When do you need to manage and when do you need to lead? We'll also look at the different types of leadership style. Again, there will be some interaction where you can discover what your preferred leadership style is, but perhaps you have to put on a different hat sometimes when you are faced with other or different circumstances. So those are just an idea. We have about 15 to 20 sessions, different sessions that we run. We're actually running one on Friday, the 16th of April, which is around assertiveness, and it runs from 11 o'clock to 12:30. If you are interested in attending, please do. We'd love to see you there. All you would need to do is come and speak to us on Tuesday. Pop into our virtual stall, have a chat with myself or Amy or Meg, and we'll talk you through what it is that you'll gain from this particular workshop, but also we'll give you an overview, a bigger overview of the grassroots team and what it is that we do. So please drop by, say hi, and hopefully I'll see you there. Thank you.